Welcome to the deep dive.
Good to be here.
So today, we're diving into something pretty interesting. The TRMP meme coin. There's been a lot of activity recently.
So, right, a specific announcement seems to have really stirred things up.
Exactly. We've got a report outlining what happened.
Okay.
And our goal really is to try and unpack why this coin moved like it did and maybe what it signals about, meme coins, politics, that whole mix.
It's a fascinating intersection, and it really shows the power these announcements can have, especially in the meme coin world. Very unique market dynamics.
Okay, so let's get into the announcement itself. It seems former President Trump is putting on a private gala dinner, May 22nd, in D.C.
Right, but not just for anyone.
No, exactly. It's exclusively for the top 220 holders of this TRMP meme coin. Quite the specific guest list, isn't it?
It really is. And, there's more. For the very top tier, the top 25 holders.
Yeah.
They get dinner, sure, but also a VIP reception and even a White House tour.
A White House tour tied to holding a meme coin.
That's what the report indicates. It's kind of an unprecedented level of real-world access linked to a digital token like this.
Wow. Okay, so you can probably guess what happened next in the market.
A big reaction, I assume.
Oh, yeah. The TRMP coin price, it just took off. The report says it shot up from, $5.32 to over $14.32.
That's more than double, almost triple, very quickly.
Incredibly fast.
Yeah.
What's your first thought seeing a spike like that?
Well, it screams speculation, doesn't it? It suggests the values being driven much more by hype, by association, maybe that promise of access, than by, traditional financial fundamentals.
Makes sense. It makes you wonder what people actually think the coin is beyond the name.
Exactly.
But, like often happens with these things, the price didn't stay up there. The report notes it settled back down, below $13.
Still up significantly, but that pullback is key.
Right. And it brings us to that classic meme coin characteristic, volatility. The market cap now is apparently around $2.63 billion.
Which sounds like a lot, and it is, but...
Yeah. But it's way down from its peak, right? Wasn't it something like $15 billion previously?
That's the figure mentioned, yes. So massive potential swings, up and down.
Those kinds of swings, they always raise flags, don't they? Concerns about pump and dumps.
Absolutely. It's the classic concern. An event triggers hype, the price inflates super fast, maybe some early folks cash out near the top.
And then it corrects, sometimes sharply.
Leaving people who bought in later holding the bag, potentially. It's a risk inherent in these highly speculative assets.
So is the value here really about, like, a community or some kind of use case? Or is it just the hype cycle fueled by things like this dinner announcement?
That's the million-dollar question, maybe $1 billion in this case. Often with these figure-linked coins, the community is really the figure's existing fan base.
Right.
An actual utility, often minimal or non-existent in a practical sense. The value becomes more about cultural relevance, the story, the speculation, these kinds of attention-grabbing moments.
And it's not like this is some tiny obscure coin either. It's listed on major exchanges, Binance, Coinbase.
Which is a crucial point.
How does that play into it? Does that amplify things?
Definitely. Major exchange listings mean way more visibility, much easier access for a wider range of investors, more liquidity.
So more people can jump in quickly.
Yes, which can absolutely make the price swings, both up and down, even more pronounced. It adds fuel to the fire, so to speak.
Okay, so let's just quickly recap. We had this specific, quite unusual announcement dinner, White House tour for top TRMP holders.
Right.
That caused a huge price spike, but it wasn't sustained, which highlights the volatility.
And raises those familiar questions about hype versus substance and potential manipulation.
Yeah. And thinking bigger picture here, what does this incident tell us?
Well, I think it really forces us to look at this evolving link between, celebrity, political figures, online culture, and now digital finance, like crypto.
The idea that owning a certain token gets you real-world access to powerful people.
It's novel. It has implications we're probably still figuring out. It blurs lines in a really interesting way.
It really does make you think, doesn't it? For you listening, consider this mix. Political figures, meme coins as sort of digital merchandise or badges, and raw market speculation. What does this kind of event tell you about influence and value in today's digital world? Definitely something to chew on.
For sure.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.